All right, it's day 110. Going to leave Dorcester Road parking area up to New Hampshire Route 25. So, what makes today interesting? It's a pretty long hike with a lot of elevation. So, 15 miles, which is itself not bad, but like 4,500 feet or so of elevation gain, which is a lot. So, I think it may be the most we've done on the AT. So that's a little worrying, but we'll see how we do. We start off the day immediately with a 2,000 foot climb. Let me show you what we're doing. So we just left the van and now we are walking up this, which is not going to be fun. So I'm not going to film while I walk up it, but let me explain. We're day 110. What happened to day 109? We remember back at days 97, 98, 99 when Buzz was sick and we thought, well, this must be the flu. Well, he wasn't feeling good after our last hike. He went to urgent care and they said, yeah, it's Lyme disease. So he's on the doxy antibiotics and yeah, said he can hike again today. A little worried about doing this big of a climb, considering he doesn't feel 100%. But yeah, so we took a 0 yesterday. He went to urgent care. I just worked. The good news is I got a lot of work done, and now we're back on trail. So this 15-mile hike should take us right to the bottom of the Whites. And then things will get real interesting. Today will also be a good test of my feet and how they are doing with the ultra lone peaks and my plantar fasciitis. Very optimistic.
I'll be glad in 2 weeks get through with all of this.
I was really looking forward to being done with it, but the after effects of doxy stick with you for longer than that. So, just FYI.
I'd like to get rid of it.
Yep.
I could say I was about 70% as far as energy, and just basically it's just much harder than it needs to be.
Yep. What about your symptoms from the Lyme? You feel better with those?
Yeah, it's still there.
Well, I know that, but I'm talking about how you feel.
Well, most of my symptoms are upper body symptoms.
Uh-huh.
So my legs are doing okay. So yeah, I think the symptoms are still there, but they're not keeping me from hiking.
Okay. Well, there's been a lot of these just hiking up boulders, which is okay because they're not wet. It's cool. We're approaching Lambert's Ridge. There's actually, or Lambert's Ledge. Anyways, there's 2 Lambert's Ledges, so we'll check them out. All right, for those who don't recall, which I'm pretty sure is pretty much everybody because nobody cares, but I started hiking the AT down at Amicalola, then a Springer, taking doxy for Lyme disease. I was diagnosed like 2 weeks before, or a week before we started the AT. So, yeah, I recall it was kind of unfortunate. You just had to go through it, and now Buzz is going through it. So, yeah, a little bit of an upset stomach, a little bit of an energy drain. All right, it is Lambert's Ridge, and this is the first ridge. There's one farther down. We're still climbing, but this section is actually kind of pretty. How the roots are going over the rocks. I feel like this trail is just kind of teasing us with what we're in for in the whites. I got this pretty steep climb up this. This is a pretty steep climb up the rock face. Always cameras don't really capture, but it's steep. Not to beat a dead horse, but really glad it's not wet. All right, we're at Lambert Ridge number 2. And views aren't quite as stunning, but what's interesting is that's where we're going, that top of that mountain. If you zoom in, you can really see there's a fire tower on top. Yep, getting us ready for the whites. Hey, you know it's going to be steep when the Far Out app says you have 700 plus feet of elevation in a half mile. That's a lot. Heading to the top of Smarts Mountain. So, I guess some people went that way. Or you can go this way. I'm going this way. All right, we just came up rock stairs. Then we're going to hit wood stairs. Then we're going to hit more rocks. Then we're going to hit rebar in the rock. Yeah. Okay. Well, the rebar in the rock works pretty good for putting your feet on it. Yeah, then we got this. All right, inside the very top of the fire tower. And yeah, the views are tremendous. Just want to take a moment, climb up the second hill now. I want to take a moment though to note that Buzz and I and our teammate Vanish, we all passed 1,000 trail miles. So yeah, pretty freaking cool, right? Made it to the top of Eastman Ledges. Yeah. Not too far of a drop. Until you started to roll. Then you'd be in trouble. How you doing?
Doing okay. Tired.
Yeah.
Worn out.
Alright, so I've seen these signs around. There's been quite a few of them. But it's item number 4 I find interesting in terms of the wording. No landing of drones. Well, alright. So you can fly them. You just can't land them. There's a section where we're walking through where there basically are no blazes. And you start wondering, like, am I on the right path? You know, you think you are. So I've been looking for a blaze for confirmation. And I come up to this tree. And you can barely see it. It's so old and faded. But that was a blaze. Here's the next blaze. I mean, you can see it, but barely. All right, we reached this section that's a bit interesting. Real easy to miss. There's no blaze. Tell you not to just keep walking that way. But if you come up here, look on that rock. There it is. It's a good blaze. Just is not necessarily visible from the bottom easily. And now I assume, I don't think they expect us to go up these, so I assume we just keep going up there. I'm gonna. Alright, we're on the top of something. No idea what. But it's cool. I don't know if people built cairns to help us instead of places. So here's a cairn. So there's another one. Does that mean it doesn't look like a trail though? I don't know. Is that the trail? It's almost like coral. It's cool. You got this ground covering. Pretty cool.
Yeah, there's some weather coming in too.
Almost to the top of this mountain. It's been pretty brutal. Lots of climbing, rock scrambles, boulder scrambles.
This is true.
We make plans and he laughs.
He laughs at them.
Okay. All right. We are celebrating Buzz and Chase hiking 1,000 trail miles. What? What? 1,000. Cheers. So, 1,000 miles, it's been easy. I'm lying. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done. So, we're almost halfway. Got just under 1,200 to go. But, yeah, it's been an interesting experience. Thanks to Vanish for helping us and supporting us. And, yeah, we'll Catch you on the next 2,000 miles.